Welcome back in part 3 of LEGO. Anyways, let's continue. Since the 1950s, the LEGO Group has released thousands of sets with a variety of themes, including space, pirates, trains, European, castle, dinosaurs, undersea exploration, and Wild West, as well as wholly original themes like Bionicle and Hero Factory.
Some of the classic themes that continue to the present day include Lego City, a line of sets depicting city life, introduced in 1973. And Lego Technic, a line aimed at emulating complex machinery, introduced in 1977.
Over the years, the company has licensed themes from numerous cartoon and film franchises and some from video games.
These include Batman, Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Marvel, Minecraft, and Wicked.
Although some of these themes, Lego Star Wars and Lego Indiana Jones, had highly successful sales, the company expressed in 2015 a desire to rely more upon their own characters and classic themes and less upon such licensed themes.
Some sets include references to other themes such as a Bionicle mask in one of the Harry Potter sets.
Discontinued sets may become a collectible and command value on the secondary market. For the 2012 Summer Olympics in London, LEGO released a special Team GD minifigure series exclusively in the United Kingdom to mark the opening of the Games.
For the 2016 Summer Olympics and 2016 Summer Paralympics in Rio de Janeiro, LEGO released a kit with the Olympic and Paralympic mascots Vinicius and Tom.
One of the largest commercially produced LEGO sets was a minifigure scale edition of the Star Wars Millennium Falcon.
Designed by Jens Kronvold Frederiksen, it was released in 2007 and contained 5,195 pieces.
It was surpassed by 5,922-piece cameo.
A redesigned Millennium Falcon retook the top spot in 2017 with 7,541 pieces.
Since then, the Millennium Falcon has been superseded by the LEGO Art World Map at 11,695 pieces, the LEGO Titanic at 9,090 pieces, and the LEGO Architect Colosseum at 9,036 pieces. In 2022, LEGO introduced its Eiffel Tower.
The set consists of 10,000 parts and reaches a height of 149 centimeters, 60 inches, which makes it the tallest set and tower but the second in number of parts after the world map.
The company also initiated a robotics line of toys called Mindstorms in 1999 and continued to expand and update this range until it was eventually discontinued in 2022.
The roots of the product originated with a programmable brick developed at the MIT Media Lab, and the name was taken from a paper by Seymour Papert, a computer scientist and educator who developed the educational theory of constructionism and whose research was at times funded by the LEGO Group.
The programmable LEGO brick, which was at the heart of these robotics sets, underwent several updates and redesigns, with the last being called the EV3 brick, being sold under the name of LEGO Mindstorms EV3.
The set included various sensors such as touch, light, sound and ultrasonic waves, with several others being sold separately, including an RFID reader.
The programmable brick could be programmed using official software available for Windows and Mac computers.
In the earliest iteration of the product, the program would be uploaded to the programmable brick via an infrared transmitter, while in later versions this was achieved via Bluetooth or a USB cable.
Unofficial programming languages that can be used with LEGO Mindstorms programmable bricks have also been developed. There have been several robotics competitions which use the LEGO robotics sets.
The earliest was Hotball, a national U.S. middle and high school competition stemming from the MIT 6.270 LEGO Robotics Tournament.
Other LEGO robotics competitions include First LEGO League, Discover for children ages 4 to 6. First LEGO League Explore for students ages 6 to 9 and First LEGO League Challenge for students ages 9 to 16, age 9 to 14 in the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
These programs have offered real-world engineering challenges to participants using LEGO-based robots to complete tasks.
In its 2019 to 2020 season, there were 38,609 First LEGO League Challenge teams and 21,703 First LEGO League Explore teams around the world.
The International RoboCup Junior Football Competition involved extensive use of LEGO Mindstorms equipment which was often pushed to its extreme limits.
The capabilities of the Mindstorms range have also been harnessed for use in the Eco-Creative Prosthetic System, a prosthetic limb system designed for children.
Designs for these LEGO prosthetics allow everything from mechanical diggers to laser firing spaceships to be screwed onto the end of a child's limb.
Eco was the work of the Chicago-based Colombian designer Carlos Arturo Torres and is a modular system that allows children to customize their own prosthetics with the ease of clicking together plastic bricks.
Designed with LEGO's Future Lab, the Danish toy company's experimental research department, and CIREC, a Colombian foundation for physical rehabilitation. The modular prosthetic incorporated myoelectric sensors that register the activity of the muscle in the stump and send a signal to control movement in the attachment.
A processing unit in the body of the prosthetic contained an engine compatible with LEGO Mindstorms, which allowed the wearer to build an extensive range of customized, programmable limbs. LEGO Mindstorms, sometimes stylized as LEGO Mindstorms, is a discontinued line of educational kits for building programmable robots, based on LEGO bricks.
It was introduced on 1 September 1998 and discontinued on 31 December 2022.
Mindstorms kits allow users to build creations that interact with the physical world.
All Mindstorms kits consist of a selection of LEGO elements, a smart brick, internally known as a programmable brick or P-brick, which serves as the brain for a Mindstorms machine.
Each set also includes a few attachments for the smart brick, such as motors and sensors and programming software.
Unlike conventional LEGO sets, Mindstorms kits do not have a main model to build.
Sample builds are included with each version of Mindstorms, but the kit is open-ended with the intent of the user creating and programming their own designs. In addition to at-home use, Mindstorms products are popularly used in schools and in robotics competitions such as the First LEGO League.
Versions of Mindstorms kits specifically intended for use in educational settings are sold by LEGO Education.
Children are the intended audience of LEGO Mindstorms, but a significant number of Mindstorms hobbyists are adults.
The latter have developed many alternative programming languages and operating systems for the smart brick, allowing for more complex functions.
While originally conceptualized and launched as a tool to support educational constructivism, Mindstorms has become the first home robotics kit available to a wide audience.
It has developed a community of adult hobbyists and hackers as well as students and general LEGO enthusiasts following the product's launch in 1998.
In October 2022, the LEGO Group announced that it would discontinue the LEGO Mindstorms line while continuing to support the Scratch-based Spike controller. The Robotics Invention System, RIS, was the flagship product of the first generation of the LEGO Mindstorms line.
It is a commercialization of technology produced by the MIT Media Lab in collaboration with the LEGO Group.
The RIS featured the Programmable Robotic Command Explorer (RCX) microcontroller, as well as 9V LEGO-compatible motors and sensors and a selection of LEGO parts.
The original RIS was launched fall of 1998.
It was replaced by a second version, RIS 1.5, in the summer of 1999, and the third version, RIS 2.0, in 2001. The LEGO Mindstorms product line was the first project of Home Education, a division of LEGO Education established by employee Tormod S. Kylson in 1995.
S. Kylson, who had previously spent 10 years working for LEGO Education, had grown frustrated working with teaching professionals and wanted to create an improved educational experience that was delivered directly towards children.
Home Education decided to incorporate technology into their products based on market research that concluded that children found learning that involved technology interesting.
LEGO Mindstorms started development in April 1996.
The concept for the set was based on technology created in partnership with the MIT Media Lab.
MIT Media Lab had been experimenting with combining LEGO and programming since the early 1980s, and LEGO had previously commercialized some of this technology as classroom products in the LEGO Dactyl line.
The programmable brick, or P-brick, was a refinement of these early concepts, which had limited range because they had to be tethered to a computer to run. LEGO had been interested in mass-producing the P-brick since its creation in the 1980s, but at the time it was considered unfeasible due to the lack of computers in schools and households and the relative expense of electrical components.
In the early 1990s, technology began to become more of a child's life, and the toy market accordingly began shifting more towards computerized toys.
Many of LEGO's attempts at producing electronic toys had languished at the point that LEGO began developing MIT's programmable brick into a consumer product.
MIT continued developing the P-brick concept, creating a red brick version between 1994 and 1996 that improved the previous version.
By the mid-1990s, personal computers were relatively common in households, and the components required to produce the P-brick went down in price, making mass production feasible.
Development on what would later be known as the Robotics Invention System started in 1996 as the flagship product of the newly created home learning division of LEGO Education, LEGO Dactyl.
The product line's name, Mindstorms, was intended to express the user experience of the product. It is named after Patrick's book Mindstorms, as the user experience was similar to the educational constructivism concepts described in his book. The project's at first low profile allowed the Mindstorms team the freedom to develop the product using operating procedures then unorthodox to the LEGO Group.
Unlike traditional LEGO sets, the Mindstorms Robotics Invention System did not come with step-by-step instructions.
The kit also did not have a main model, nor was the play driven by storytelling.
To bridge the gap between this new play experience and the existing LEGO ones, the Mindstorms team created a lot of opportunities for users to engage with each other. such as the creation of Mindstorms.com, Mindstorms Discovery Centers, and the first LEGO League.
The creation of these experiences was done through partnerships with external groups that the Mindstorms team interacted with as equal partners, something that was uncommon for the LEGO group at the time.
To ease tensions between Mindstorms and more conventional products, the project team was given autonomy from LEGO's product development process and instead reported directly to the company's senior management.
The LEGO Mindstorms team used the insights that MIT researchers discovered from testing the third-generation logo brick, red brick, in schools as the basis for the development of a mass-produced programmable brick.
The physical programmable brick was re-engineered from the ground up, as the experimental programmable bricks were not designed for robustness or cost-effective manufacturing.
The programming language of the product was developed with help from members of the MIT Media Lab.
LEGO decided to use a visual programming language for Mindstorms, inspired by the logo blocks language previously used with programmable brick experiments, in order to make the product accessible to children who might be unfamiliar with programming.
While the technology that Mindstorms was based on was aimed towards all children, the chosen target demographic of LEGO Mindstorms was intentionally narrow in order to garner positive press by outselling expectations.
The decision was made to aim the product towards 10 to 14-year-old boys, partly because it was LEGO's main target demographic, and partly based on market research, not substantiated by the findings of the MIT Media Lab, which concluded that this demographic would be most attracted to computerized toys.
This choice of target demographic directly informed the color of the RCX brick, which was made yellow and black to resemble construction equipment, and the sample uses for the Mindstorms kit, such as making autonomous robots. Promotion of the LEGO Mindstorms robotics invention system began 6 months before the product was planned to launch.
The product was first soft launched with the opening of the Mindstorms Discovery Center at the Museum of Science and Industry, where children could interact with the Mindstorms robotics invention system to complete set tasks, getting them familiar with the product.
The Mindstorms product was launched concurrently with a Cybermaster, another LEGO product spun off from the MIT programmable brick technology that was more in line with the traditional product philosophies of the LEGO group. The LEGO Mindstorms Robotics Invention System, RIS, was released September 1998 at a retail price of $199.
Instead of being sold at toy stores, the product was sold at electronics stores like Best Buy and CompUSA, due to the relatively high cost of the set.
The entire production run of between 60,000 and 100,000 units sold out within 3 months. The second edition of the RIS, Robotics Invention System 1.5, was released in the summer of 1999, with a third edition, RIS 2.0, launched in 2001. Despite being aimed towards children, the Robotics Invention System quickly found an audience with adults and hackers of all ages. LEGO Company surveys conducted a few months after launch determined that 70% of LEGO Mindstorms hobbyists were adults.
Shortly following the product's launch, adult hobbyists began sharing reverse-engineered versions of the RCX bricks microcode and firmware on the internet, leading to the development of alternative programming languages for the RCX such as Not Quite C and QC, and alternative operating systems for the brick like LEOS.
The LEGO Group briefly considered sending cease and desist letters to websites sharing the RCX's proprietary code.
However, However, the Mindstorms team successfully argued that the embrace of the product by the hacking community proved that the product was worth developing.
In order to foster this burgeoning community, an official forum was established on the LEGO website and a right to hack clause was added to end user license agreement to the LEGO Mindstorms software.
An official software developer's kit for the RCX would later be released on the Mindstorms website.
A number of products focusing on the RIS were released by adult hobbyists, including how-to books and unofficial sensors and hardware.
A convention for LEGO Mindstorms hobbyists named Minefest started in 1999.
Despite strong sales, the Mindstorms development team was neglected by upper management.
As a cost-cutting measure, the Mindstorms office was shut down in 2001, and team members were laid off or assigned to other projects.
The LEGO Group continued to produce the Robotics Invention System 2.0, selling around 40,000 units per year without advertising until the set was discontinued in 2006. The RCX is based on the 8-bit Renesas H8/300 microcontroller, including 32 kilobytes of RAM for low-level I/O functions, along with 32 kilobytes of RAM to store high-level firmware and user programs.
The RCX is programmed by uploading a program using a dedicated infrared interface.
After the user uploads a program, the RCX can run it on its own without the need for computer access.
Programs may make use of 3 sensor input ports and 3 9-volt output ports, in addition to the IR interface, enabling RCX bricks to communicate with one another.
A built-in LCD can display information including the battery level, the status of the input/output ports, and the program currently running. Version 1.0 RCX bricks feature a power adapter jack, in addition to batteries.
In version 2.0, as well as later 1.0s included in the RIS 1.5, the power adapter jack was removed.
Power adapter-equipped RCX bricks were popular for stationary robotics projects, such as robot arms, or for controlling LEGO model trains.
In the latter context, the RCX might be programmed with digital command control, DCC, software to operate multiple wired trains.
The IR interface on the RCX is able to communicate with Spybox, Scout bricks, LEGO trains, and the NXT using a third-party infrared link sensor.
The RCX 1.0 IR receiver carrier frequency is 38.5 kHz, while the RCX 2.0 IR carrier frequency is 76 kHz.
Both versions can transmit on either frequency.
The RCX communicates with a computer using a serial or USB IR tower.
As the RCX is discontinued, support for the interface is limited on more recent operating systems than Windows XP. All RCX versions have a unique number printed on them, which could be registered on the now-defunct LEGO Mindstorms RCX website.
This was necessary to obtain technical support.
The first RCX produced is marked 000001 and was on display at the Mindstorms 10th anniversary event. The LEGO RCX was available in new sets from 1998, LEGO Set 9719, Robotics Invention System 1.0 through 2003. LEGO Set 9786, Robo Technology Set with USB cable.
The original RCX 1.0 worked with existing LEGO power supply products from the LEGO train theme. Lego product 70,931. Electric train speed regulator 9 volts power adapter for 120 volts 60 Hz US version. Years 1991 through 2004. Lego product 70,938. Electric train speed regulator 9 volts power adapter for 230 volts 50 Hz European version. Years 1991 to 1996.
Both of these products converted wall power to 12 VAC through a coaxial power connector, also called a barrel connector, 5.5 millimeters outside, 2.1 millimeters inside.
These were sometimes sold alone and sometimes available as part of other sets such as Lego Set 4563, Logan Hall Railroad, year 1991. And Lego Set 10,132, Motorized Hogwarts Express, year 2004.
The Robotics Discovery Set was a more affordable and simpler package than the Robotics Invention Set.
Instead of being based on the RCX, it had its own programmable brick, called the Scout.
An even simpler version of the Scout would be featured in 2 Star Wars-themed Mindstorm sets. Lego also released a blue computer called the Scout, which has 2 sensor ports, 2 motor ports, plus 1 X-ray linked with a micro Scout using a fiber optic cable and a built-in light sensor, but no PC interface.
It comes with a Robotics Discovery Set.
The Scout can be programmed from a collection of built-in program combinations.
In order to program the Scout, a user must enable Power Mode on it.
The Scout can store 1 program. The Scout is based on a Toshiba microcontroller with 32 kilobytes of RAM and 1 kilobyte of RAM, where about 400 bytes are available for user programs.
Due to the extremely limited amount of RAM, many predefined subroutines were provided in ROM.
The Scout only supports passive external sensors, which means that only touch, temperature, and other unport sensors can be used.
The analog to digital converters used in the Scout only have a resolution of 8 bits, in contrast to the 10-bit converters of the RCX.
There was a plan for Lego to create a booster set that allows programming the Scout from a computer with software such as RCX code.
However, due to the complexity of this project, it was abandoned.
The RCX can control the Scout brick using the semi-arm message program block.
The RCX does all of the controlling and therefore can be programmed with a PC while the Scout accepts commands.
The Scout brick must have all of its options set to off during this process. The Micro Scout was added as an entry level to Lego Robotics.
It is a very limited brick with a single built-in light sensor and a single built-in motor.
It has 7 built-in programs and can be controlled by a Scout, Spy Robotics, or RCX unit using VLL.
Like the Scout, the Micro Scout is also based on a microcontroller from Toshiba.
The unit was sold as part of the Droid Developer Kit, featuring R2-D2, and later the Dark Side Developer Kit, featuring an AT-AT Imperial Walker. Lego Mindstorms NXT was a programmable robotics kit released by Lego in August 2006, replacing the first generation Lego Mindstorms kit.
The kit consists of 577 pieces, including 3 servo motors, 4 sensors, ultrasonic, sound, touch, and light 7 connection cables, a USB interface cable, and the NXT intelligent brick.
It lets the robot autonomously perform different operations.
The kit also includes NXT-G, a graphical programming environment that enables the creation and downloading of programs to the NXT.
The software also has instructions for 4 robots: Alpha Rex, a humanoid; Tribot, a car; RoboArm T-56, a robotic arm; and Spike, a scorpion. The development of LEGO Mindstorm NXT began in 2004.
At the time, the LEGO Group was in the middle of a financial crisis.
As part of the turnaround effort, the product line, developed for release in 2006, would feature relatively few products that were guaranteed to be profitable.
A revival of the Mindstorm's robotics invention system was chosen as of these products, as LEGO Mindstorms had a strong fan following and kits continued to sell well without advertising.
Fans were extensively involved in the development and promotion of Mindstorm NXT.
The development team collaborated with 4 hobbyists considered experts in LEGO Mindstorm's fan community.
These fans were collectively known as the Mindstorms Users Panel, MUP.
They were shipped early prototypes of the Mindstorms kit and communicated to Mindstorms team members on a private internet forum.
MUP gave extensive feedback on the hardware and design of the NXT kit.
Features of NXT directly based on requests of the MUP include the use 32-bit processor, more powerful motors, and Bluetooth compatibility.
Promotion of LEGO Mindstorm NXT was largely word-of-mouth based, because the company was in the middle of a financial crisis and did not have enough money for a large marketing campaign.
Mindstorm NXT was unveiled in January 2006 at the 2006 Consumer Electronics Show.
At the show, LEGO requested applications for a beta testing phase where 100 users, known as Mindstorm's community partners, MCPs, would receive NXT kits at a discounted price months before launch.
The intention of the MCP program was to build support for the product prior to launch and receive feedback on the near-final kit.
Fans involved in the MCP program provided a significant amount of PR for the set upon launch, such as alternate models, finished book drafts, and web content like blog posts.
News outlets like Wired and CNN also provided free publicity for Mindstorm's NXT by reporting on the inclusion of fans in its development process.
The launch of Mindstorm NXT, measured in airtime hours, web content and magazine pages, generated more public interest than the entire company had previously accumulated in its entire lifetime. LEGO Mindstorm NXT, product number 8527, was released August 1 of 2006.
$30 million worth of kits were sold in the first year.
The LEGO Mindstorm NXT 2.0 was launched on 5 August 2009.
It contains 619 pieces and 5 sensors, 2 touch sensors, and 1 sound, light, and ultrasonic distance sensor.
The NXT 2.0 uses floating point operations, whereas earlier versions use integer operation.
The kit costs around $280.
EV3, the third generation Mindstorm's product, is a further development of the NXT.
The system was released on 1 September 2013.
are 3 versions of the LEGO Mindstorm EV3. LEGO Mindstorm EV331313. This set contains 601 pieces and includes 3 servo motors, 2 large and 1 medium, 3 sensors, touch sensor, infrared sensor and color sensor. The EV3 programmable brick and a remote control, the infrared beacon, which is only on home/retail mode.
LEGO Mindstorm's Education EV3 Core Set 45544. This version contains 541 pieces and always includes 3 servo motors, 2 large and 1 medium, 4 sensors, 2 touch sensors, ultrasonic sensor, color sensor and gyro sensor, and the EV3 programmable brick.
And LEGO Mindstorm's Education EV3 Expansion Set 45560. This set instead contains 853 LEGO Technic elements. The EV3 can be controlled by smart devices.
It can boot an alternative operating system from a micro SD card, which makes it possible to run EV3 Dev, a IM-based operating system.
Spike Prime was announced in April 2019.
While not being part of the Mindstorm's product line, the basic set includes 3 motors, 1 large, 2 medium, and sensors for distance. Force and color controller brick, based on an STM32F413 microcontroller and 520 plus LEGO Technic elements.
Majority of these motors and sensors, including the hub, would serve as the electric components for the then upcoming Robot Inventor set. LEGO Mindstorm's Robot Inventor was announced in June 2020 and released later in autumn.
It is the last commercially available Mindstorm set before the discontinuation of the theme announced in October 2022.
It has 4 medium motors from Spike Prime, 2 sensors, distance sensor and color/light sensor, also from Spike Prime, a Spike Prime hub with a 6-axis gyroscope, an accelerometer, and support for controllers and phone control.
It also has 902 plus LEGO Technic elements.
This set was discontinued in 2022, with LEGO promising app support through 2024. Mindstorm's kits are also sold and used as an educational tool, originally through a partnership between LEGO and the MIT Media Laboratory.
The educational version of the products is called Mindstorms for schools, or Mindstorms Education, and later versions come with a RoboLab-GUI-based programming software developed at Tufts University using the National Instruments LabVIEW as an engine.
Due to its user-friendliness towards children, LEGO Mindstorms has been used as a platform for several child-oriented robotics competitions, most prominently the first LEGO League, FLL, but also World Robot Olympiad or Robocup Junior. First LEGO League Challenge, founded as First LEGO League, is a robotics competition that uses LEGO Mindstorms products.
It was founded in 1998 concurrent with the launch of LEGO Mindstorms and continues to exist to this day.
It is a collaboration between First and the LEGO Group to involve a lower age bracket than the first robotics competition.
FLL teams consist of children between the ages of 9 and 14 and an adult coach.
LEGO Mindstorms NXT is a programmable robotics kit released by LEGO on August 2, 2006.
It replaced the Robotics Invention System, the first generation LEGO Mindstorms kit.
The base kit ships in two versions, the retail version and the education base set.
It comes with the NXTG programming software or the optional LabVIEW for LEGO Mindstorms.
A variety of unofficial languages exist, such as NXC, NBC, LJOS, NXJ, and Robot C.
A second generation set, LEGO Mindstorms NXT 2.0, was released on August 1, 2009, with a color sensor and other upgrades.
The third generation EV3 was released in September 2015. The kit's main component is the NXT Intelligent Brick Computer, which can accept input from up to 4 sensors and control up to 3 motors, with a modified version of RJ12 cables, similar to, but incompatible with, RJ11 phone lines.
The plastic pin to hold the cable in the socket is moved slightly to the right.
The brick has a 100 by 64 pixel monochrome LCD and 4 buttons that can navigate a user interface with hierarchical menus.
It has a 32-bit ARM7 TaBNWNE core Atmel 1891 SAM7256 microcontroller with 256 kilobytes of flash memory and 64 kilobytes of RAM. An 8-bit Atmel AVR 18 Mega 48 microcontroller and Bluetooth support.
The kit has a speaker and can play sound files at sampling rates up to 8 kHz.
Power is supplied by 6 AA batteries, 1.5 volts each, in the consumer version of the kit, and a rechargeable Li-ion battery in the educational version.
The brick is compatible with sensors and motors of its successor LEGO Mindstorms EV3. LEGO has released open source firmware for the NXT Intelligent Brick and schematics for all hardware components. Several developer kits are available with documentation for the NXT. Software Developer Kit, SDK, with information on most USB drivers, executable file format, and bytecode reference.
Hardware Developer Kit, HDK, with documentation and schematics for the NXT brick and sensors.
And Bluetooth Developer Kit, BDK, documenting protocols used for Bluetooth communications. Simple programs can be created using the menu on the NXT Intelligent Brick.
More complicated programs and sound files can be downloaded with a USB port or Bluetooth.
Files can be copied wirelessly between two NXT bricks, and some mobile phones can be used as a remote control.
Up to 3 NXT bricks can communicate simultaneously via Bluetooth when user-created programs are run.
The kit's retail version includes software for writing programs that run on Windows and Mac OS personal computers.
The software, based on National Instruments LabVIEW, provides the visual programming language for writing simple programs and downloading them to the NXT brick. Instead of requiring users to write lines of code, they can use flowchart-like blocks to design their program.
NXT GV 2.0 is a graphical programming environment that comes bundled with the NXT and can be used for real-world programming.
The software can run a handful of parallel loops or blend autonomous control with Bluetooth or other remote control.
It supports virtual instruments for all LEGO and most third-party sensors and components.
Version 2.0 contains new challenges, a remote control, custom graphics and sound designers, and LEGO color sensor support.
Free tools, Visual Studio Express, in combination with a Robotics Developer Studio, enable programming the NXT using the C# language. Bricks Command Center, Bricks CC, is the integrated development environment, IDE, used to write, compile, and edit NPC and NXT programs for the NXT.
Also, as Bricks CC was originally made for the RCX, programs for it can be written using MQC via Bricks CC.
Different firmware versions can be flashed to the NXT using Bricks CC.
Next bytecodes, MPC, is a simple open source language with an assembly language syntax that can be used to program the NXT brick.
Bricks CC also has the capability to decompile standard .rxc NXT executables to MPC.
Not exactly C. NXC is a high-level open source language, similar to C and built on the MPC compiler.
It can be used to program the NXT brick.
NXC is basically MQC for the NXT.
The newer programming environment originally used on the RCX programmable brick.
Version 2.9 has been updated to program the NXT brick.
LEGO has announced that it will stop supporting RoboLab, but RoboLab 2.9 is still available. RoboMind is educational software to teach students about logic, programming, and robotics.
Scripts can be transferred to a LEGO Mindstorm's NXT robot for testing.
Enchant and bring NXT programming to the Scratch IDE, designed by the lifelong kindergarten group at MIT to make programming intuitive for young children. A programming language based on C4Vex, the Vex Cortex, First Tech Challenge, and LEGO Mindstorms.
Robot C allows the NXT to run programs quickly and compresses files to accommodate a large number of programs.
The GCC toolchain for programming NXT firmware in C. LEGO SNXJ is a high-level open-source language based on Java that uses custom firmware. NXT OJEC can be used to write in C and C++ with custom firmware. Icon can write files on the NXT itself. MATLAB is a high-level programming language for numerical computing, data acquisition, and analysis.
It can control LEGO NXT robots over a Bluetooth serial port. Serial port communication is part of the base functionality of MATLAB, or via USB, free and open source.
Simulink is a block diagram environment for modeling and simulating dynamic systems.
A user can design and simulate control algorithms in LEGO systems and program the LEGO NXT or EV3.
TaBNWNE is a port of a Lua programming language, a general-purpose scripting language for LEGO Mindstorms. A port of GNAT for the NXT.
It relies on a dedicated runtime kernel based on the Remastered profile used on the Ghost satellite, allowing high-level ADA features to develop concurrent and real-time systems on the Mindstorm NXT.
Ruby is a parallel, event-driven language with interfaces to C++/Java and MATLAB.
It has a component architecture, U-Object, for distribution.
Ruby is compatible with many robots, including Neo, compare RoboCup, Iloid and Evo. FLL-NXT Navigation is an open-source program to aid navigation on the FLL competition table.
It uses NXTG and .text files to write programs.
Ruby NXT is a library to program the NXT for the Ruby programming language.
The code is not compiled to a binary file, unlike other languages, for the NXT, but is transmitted to the NXT via Bluetooth.
Robotics.nxt is a Haskell interface to NXT over Bluetooth.
It supports direct commands, messages and many sensors, and supports simple message-based control of an NXT brick via a remotely executed program.
Basic NXT code is included. LibNXT is a utility library for talking to the LEGO Mindstorm NXT intelligent brick at a relatively low level.
It is targeted at platforms overlooked by official LEGO Mindstorm NXT software, such as Linux, and works on any POSIX-compliant operating system where libUSB 0.1 is supported.
Windows support is also possible with libUSB's Win32 port. C_NXT is a library for controlling the LEGO NXT licensed under the GPL v2.
It allows users to control a LEGO NXT via Bluetooth from other C programs.
The library, which runs on Linux, provides low-level control and high-level abstraction. PyNXC is a project which converts Python code to not exactly C, NXC, to download to LEGO Mindstorm's robots. NXT Python is a Python module which communicates with the NXT via USB or Bluetooth.
It supports commands and several aftermarket sensors.
The software, which ships with a newer Mindstorm's EV3 set, can program the NXT. Physical Toys is a visual programming system for electronic devices which supports direct and compiled modes. CH is a C/C++ interpreter running C/C++ code to control LEGO NXT or EV3.
No firmware upload/download or compilation is needed.
The C/C++ code running in CH can control a LEGO NXT, EV3, or multiple NXT/EV3. The LEGO Mindstorm NXT-based kit includes 3 servo motors with built-in reduction gear assemblies and internal optical rotary encoders which sense their rotations within 1 degree of accuracy.
A touch sensor detects whether it is pressed, has been bumped, or is released.
The orange enter button and the gray right and left NXT buttons can be programmed as touch sensors.
In the NXTG programming software, a value of 0 is given when it is not pressed and a value of 1 is given if it is pressed.
A light sensor detects the light level in one direction and includes an LED for illuminating an object.
It can sense reflected light values with a built-in red LED or ambient light.
In the NXTG programming software, it senses light on a scale of 0 to 100. 100 is very bright, and 0 is dark.
If calibrated, the sensor can be used as a distance sensor. A sound sensor measures volume on a scale of 0 to 100. 100 is very loud, and 0 is silent.
An ultrasonic sensor can measure the distance from the sensor to something it is facing and detect movement.
It can show distance in centimeters and inches.
The maximum distance it can measure is 233 centimeters, 92 inches, with a precision of 3 centimeters, 1.2 inches.
The sensor sends ultrasonic sound waves that bounce off an object ahead of it and then back, and senses the time it took.
Other parts may be bought separately.
Third-party companies manufacture sensors such as a compass, gyroscope, infrared tracker, RFID, reader and accelerometer sensors sold by Lego.
The temperature sensor can measure in Celsius or Fahrenheit. Sensors are connected to the NXT brick with a 6-position modular connector with analog and digital interfaces.
The analog interface is backward compatible using an adapter with the older robotics invention system.
The digital interface is capable of I2C and RS-485 communication. LEGO Mindstorm NXT 2.0 is the second set in the LEGO Mindstorm series, introduced on August 5, 2009 at the LEGO shop in the US.
The set contains 619 pieces, including a sensor that can detect colors.
It was followed by the LEGO Mindstorm EV3. List of features. A sound editor for recording a sound and programming the NXT brick to play it.
An image editor for downloading an image to the NXT brick to appear on the screen.
NXT Intelligent Brick. 32-bit Atmel 1891 SAM7256 main microcontroller. 256 kilobytes flash memory. 64 kilobytes RAM.
8-bit Atmel 18 Mega 48 microcontroller at 4 MHz, 4 kilobytes flash memory, 512 bytes RAM.
100 by 64 pixel LCD screen.
4 RJ12 input ports, ports 1 to 4.
3 RJ12 output ports, ports A to C.
USB port.
Bluetooth Class 2 V2.0.
Loudspeaker, 8 kHz sound quality, 8-bit resolution, 2 to 16 kHz sample rate.
4 push buttons to navigate menus and use in programs.
And powered by 6 AA batteries or the NXT rechargeable battery.
LEGO Mindstorm EV3, stylized LEGO Mindstorm EV3 is the third generation robotics kit in LEGO's Mindstorms line.
It is the successor to the second generation LEGO Mindstorm NXT kit.
The EV designation refers to the evolution of the Mindstorms product line.
3 refers to the fact that it is the third generation of computer modules. First was the RCX and the second is the NXT.
It was officially announced on January 4, 2015, and was released in stores on September 1, 2015.
The Education Edition was released on August 1, 2013.
There are many competitions using this set, including the first LEGO League Challenge and the World Robot Olympiad, sponsored by LEGO. After an announcement in October 2022, the LEGO Group officially discontinued LEGO Mindstorms at the end of 2022. The biggest change from the LEGO Mindstorm NXT and NXT 2.0 to the EV3 is the technological advances in the programmable brick.
The main processor of the NXT was an ARM7 microcontroller, whereas the EV3 has a more powerful ARM9 CPU running Linux.
A USB connector and micro SD slot, up to 32 gigabytes, are new to the EV3.
It comes with a plan to build 5 different robots: EV3 Barstorm, Gripper, Red Star, Spiker, and Shrekker.
LEGO has also released instructions online to build 12 additional projects: Robodozer, Banner Printer, EV3 MEG, V, MRV3AM, Race Truck, Craze, EV3D4, Electric Guitar, Diner 3X, Wacken, and EV3 Game.
It uses a program called LEGO Mindstorm's EV3 Home Edition, which is developed by LabVIEW, to write code using blocks instead of lines.
However, it can also be programmed on the actual robot and saved.
MicroPython support has been recently added.
The EV3 Home 31315 set consists of one EV3 programmable brick, 2 large motors, 1 medium motor, 1 touch sensor, 1 color sensor, 1 infrared sensor, 1 remote control, cables, USB cable, and 585 technical elements. The Education EV3 core set 45544 set consists of one EV3 programmable brick, 2 large motors, 1 medium motor, 2 touch sensors, 1 color sensor, 1 gyroscope sensor, 1 ultrasonic sensor, cables, USB cable, 1 rechargeable battery, and 547 technical elements. An expansion set for the educational core set, which can be bought separately, contains 853 LEGO elements.
However, the expansion set and the educational set combined do not contain enough components necessary to build most robots of the retail set.
This contrasts with NXT, the educational set, combined with a resource set, could build any of the retail designs.
The EV3 educational set was released a month earlier than the retail set, on August 1, 2013.
Robots that can be built with a core education set are the EV3 Educator Robot, the Gyro Boy, the Color Sorter, the Puppy, and the Robot Arm H25.
Robots that can be built with the expansion set are the Tank Bot, the Snap, the Stair Climber, the Elephant, and a remote control.
Another robot that can be built with a pair of core sets and an expansion set is the Spinner Factory.
NXT's Technic Sensors blocks can be used with EV3 and NXT.
NXT sensors can be used with EV3.
It can boot an alternative operating system from a micro SD card, which makes it possible to run a modded firmware EV3 Dev, a IM Linux-based operating system.
All NXT sensors, motors, and building elements work with EV3 and are recognized as NXT sensors/motors when plugged in.
EV3 sensors do not work with the NXT, but EV3 motors do.
The NXT brick can be programmed with EV3 software, but lacks some software features.
EV3 software can be used to program the NXT, but some extra programming blocks must be downloaded, such as the ultrasonic sensor, which is included in the standard NXT kit, but not the standard EV3 kit.
The EV3 brick cannot be programmed with a standard NXT software, but some third-party software supports both systems.
Scratch also included an extension that allows users to program the EV3.
The Brago is a robotic braille printer designed by Hugo Banerjee, a 12-year-old boy from Santa Clara, California in the Silicon Valley region.
It is a modified version of the Banner Printer Project, designed by Ralph Hempel.
Its low cost, US $354, is an advantage over typical braille printers, which can cost upwards of $2,000.
The Cube Stormer 3 is a Rubik's Cube solving robot, the former Guinness World record holder for the fastest Rubik's Cube solving robot, 3.256 seconds.
The previous record of 5.27 seconds was held by the Cube Stormer 2, which was built with previous generation NXT parts.
The Cube Stormer 3 broke the record on March 15, 2014.
The Minecuber is similar to the Cube Stormer 3, as its main purpose is to solve the Rubik's Cube as well.
There are multiple variants of the machine, such as the Minecuber RI, made with a Mindstorms robot inventor kit, the Primecuber, made with a Mindstorms Spike Prime kit, and a Minecuber Education kit variant, made with the Education core set of the Mindstorms EV3.
On the EV3 AM1808 platform, it is possible, with a small hack, to double the encoder's resolution.
By enable an edge, triggered interrupts on the encoder D-line, called direction line by LEGO, it is possible to have 720 increments per turn instead of 360.
This enhancement allows for smoother rotation at low speed and better position control.
This hack was not possible on the NXT due to a hardware limitation.
The modified firmware implementing this modification is called EV3.14. LEGO's popularity is demonstrated by its wide representation and usage in many cultural works, including books, films, and art.
It has even been used in the classroom as a teaching tool.
In the US, LEGO Education North America is a joint venture between Pitsco, Incorporated, and the educational division of the LEGO Group. In 1998, LEGO bricks were one of the original inductees into the National Toy Hall of Fame at the Strong in Rochester, New York. LEGO is commonly used as a mass noun, some LEGO, or, in American English, as a countable noun with plural LEGOs, to refer to the bricks themselves, but as is common for trademarks. LEGO Group insists on the name being used as an adjective when referring to a product, as in LEGO bricks. LEGO bricks have a reputation for causing pain when stepped on, often being humorously exaggerated as more extreme than that caused by even the worst injuries.
In this way, they are viewed as a sort of modern-day culture.
The acknowledgement of LEGO in popular culture is demonstrated by the toy's wide representation in publication, television and film, and its common usage in artistic and cultural works. In 2001, L. Sperling started an online web project to create an illustrated version of the Bible using LEGO bricks, called the Brick Testament.
The project has grown to cover over 400 stories with over 4,000 images, each of which is a photograph of a hand-built LEGO scene.
The web project drew international media attention and has been published as 3 hardcover books. The search engine Google paid tribute to the 50th anniversary of a Lego patent by replacing its usual logo on the Google homepage with one made from Lego bricks, along with a Lego figure on one of the letters.
Some of the hardware Google's founders had used during their early research was housed in custom-made enclosures constructed from Lego bricks.
There are also several online webcomics that feature art illustrated with Lego, such as the regular webcomic, Brick House, Lego Star Galactica, Tranquility Base, The Adventures of the S-Team, Brick World Saga, Glomshire Knights, and Bricks of the Dead.
Many of these webcomics make frequent jokes about the strange abbreviations, pet peeves, and complaints often found in the Lego community.
Lego bricks played a role and were featured on some covers of Douglas Coulan's novel Microsurfs, published in June 1995. Several unofficial books have been written about Lego.
The unofficial Lego Builder's Guide was written by Alan Bedford, targeted at children, with the aim of teaching a variety of building techniques at various scales, including mini-figure scale and Legoland mini-land scale, as well as including a small encyclopedia of some of the most common different types of Lego brick available.
Lego has also released some official Lego books, such as the Ultimate Lego Book in 1999. There have also been many different books published about the Lego Mindstorms robotics product, some of which focus on its use as an educational toy within schools. There are a number of short movies or recreations of feature films that have been made using Lego bricks, either using stop-motion animation or computer-generated imagery, CGI.
Making these is a popular fan activity and is supported by community websites such as Brick Films. These films are often known as Brick Films.
Other examples include the award-winning music video for the song Fell in Love with a Girl by the White Stripes, in which director Michel Gondry filmed a live version of the video, digitized the result, and then recreated it entirely with Lego bricks. Lego and Miramax Films partnered to create a trilogy of direct-to-DVD films for Lego's highly popular Bionicle series.
The films Bionicle, Mask of Light, Bionicle 2, Legends of Metro New, and Bionicle 3, Web of Shadows, were released between 2003 and 2005 respectively.
A fourth film, made in association with Universal, was released in 2009 as Bionicle, The Legend Reborn. A feature film, based on Lego toys, The Lego Movie, was released in 2014 and became a critical and commercial success. In 2017, the Lego Batman movie was released and featured popular characters based from the DC universe and featured other fictional characters from different universes such as Harry Potter, The Wizard of Oz, The Lord of the Rings, Gremlins, and more. A sequel to the 2014 film, The Lego Movie 2, the second part, was released in 2019 to least box office success.
The film introduced plotlines relating to Duplo, Lego's brand, for younger children.
In 1995 to 96, the Danish composer Frederik Magel composed the symphonic Lego Fantasia in 3 movements for piano and symphony orchestra, commissioned by the Lego Group.
The Lego Fantasia was premiered on 24 August 1997 at a concert in St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, with a London Philharmonic Orchestra, David Terry and Frederik Magel.
In 1998, the work was recorded by the same performers and released on a CD by the Lego Group. In 2002, the American rock band The White Stripes used Lego to produce an animated music video for their single, Fell in Love with a Girl.
The video was directed by Michel Gondry and won 3 MTV Video Music Awards.
The 2011 pop song, Lego House, by British singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran, has a reference to Lego in the name, even though Lego is only mentioned once in the beginning of the song as a metaphor for a breakup. Abishi's Addicted to You remix video uses Lego to pay homage to the lobby scene from The Matrix. Artists have used Lego to create artwork, which is sometimes referred to as Lego art or brick art. 20 people in 2021 in all around the world have become Lego certified professionals, certified artists that use Lego bricks as their medium.
The Lego Group recognizes their efforts and they have the ability to not only use the Lego name and copyrighted logo, but have earned a special, in-depth relationship with the company.
They are America, Robin Sander, Green Diamond, Nathan Sawaya, Europe and Middle East, George Schmidt, Maki Hopuzar, Renee Hoffmeister, Kevin Hall, Ricardo Zangelmi, Casper Vanetsinand, Val Stucci, Vladimir Golubov, Asia Pacific, Prince, Shengu, Jiang, Junki Mitsu, Wani Kim, Jaewon Lee, Wee Shannon Blackman, Nicholas Fu, Yin Chuan, Andy Hun and Ryan McNaught. Lego bricks have been employed to replicate famous works of art in a mosaic motif, often for the promotion of a Lego event or relating to the replicated artwork.
There have been many art-related records, especially mosaics, set by using Lego bricks.
The largest Lego mosaic record was set on May 5 to 7th in 2012, consisting of over 660,000 pieces and measuring 143.91 square meters.
It appears another world record attempted underway to build a Lego mosaic of over 2 million pieces as of January 2014.
A 2011 exhibition, titled Da Vinci, the Genius at the Fraser History Museum in Louisville, Kentucky attracted attention by having a brick art Mona Lisa replica constructed by Lego artist Brian Court.
Lego builders such as Eric Harshberger have made multiple replicas of Mona Lisa.
Matching the approximate 21 by 30-inch size, 535 by 760 plus millimeters of Leonardo's original requires upwards of 5,000 standard Lego bricks. But replicas measuring 6 by 8 feet have been built, requiring more than 30,000 bricks.
The little artists, John Cake and Aaron Neve, have created an entire modern art collection in Lego form.
Their exhibition Art Craziest Nation was shown at the Walker Art Gallery in Liverpool, UK. A giant Lego figure, called Ego Leonard, washed ashore at several beaches in the Netherlands, UK and Siesta Key, Florida. Polish artist Zbigniew Lubera created Lego Concentration Camp, a collection of mock Lego sets with a concentration camp theme. Danish artist Jorn Ronau created a sculpture called The Walker out of 120,000 Lego bricks for the traveling exhibition Homo Futurus at the end of the 1980s.
The sculpture later went on display in the Danish pavilion at Expo 2000.
The Lego Brücke, Lego Bridge, is situated in Wuppertal, Germany.
It received an award in 2012.
In December 2013, Romanian roller and Australian Steve Sammartino completed construction of a Lego car.
The car is constructed of over 500,000 Lego pieces and runs on compressed air.
Lego was the subject of episode 5 of the 2009 British TV series James May's Toy Stories, in which presenter James May built a full-size 2-story house from 3.3 million Lego bricks in a vineyard of the Denby's wine estate in Dorking, Surrey.
The house was later dismantled as the space was needed for winemaking and the house lacked planning permission, and the bricks were taken to Legoland Windsor for use as part of an annual building event.
An episode of The Simpsons, Hungry Homer, involved the Simpsons family going to Blockland, a parody of Legoland, which is completely made of blocks.
Mark buys a t-shirt made of bricks, accidentally calling it a Lego shirt, before Mark's corrects him.
Also during the scene, Lisa was seen with a model of the Eiffel Tower, which was released as an official set by Lego in 2007.
The most usage of Lego on the show is in the season 25 episode, Brick Like Me, where Springfield is made from Lego bricks. It was actually Homer's dream.
Also, during that scene, Bart comes out with a robot suit to save Homer from the evil comic book guy, and the robot starts throwing up Lego lightsabers. Legoland is also mentioned in several episodes of the TV show Arrested Development. In 2009, Lego was featured in an episode of Mythbusters, episode 117, YouTube special.
The Build team tested a myth related to a YouTube video that showed a ball of Lego being rolled down the street and into a car, where it caused major damage.
The myth was declared busted when the ball started to lose pieces while being rolled down a hill and then smashed into thousands of pieces when it hit a barrier. Lego was briefly seen in the intro for happy endings. In the end, in Shaman King, a character called Rockenmeyer's body was crippled, and he subsequently wears a Lego-like armor covering him from head to toe to help his disability, and creates various objects to battle with, also seemingly made out of Lego, including a T-Rex, bird, and tank.
Several other characters also have similar Lego-like pieces on their bodies, although far less than Brocken.
Lego Summer Brickathon opened Memorial Day weekend 2012 at Broadway at the Beach in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and will return as a temporary attraction June 6 through July 17.
Children and adults can build with Lego and have their picture taken.
Other locations for the attraction have been Branson, Missouri, Lake Tahoe, California, and Traverse City, Michigan. The last significant patent for Lego bricks expired in 1978.
Since then, competitors have produced blocks of similar dimensions and design that can be connected with Lego bricks.
In 2002, Lego sued the Coco Toy Company in Beijing for copyright infringement over its Coco Bricks product.
Coco was ordered to cease manufacture of the products, publish a formal apology, and pay damages.
Lego sued the English company Best Lock Construction Toys in German courts. In 2004 and 2009, the Federal Patent Court of Germany denied Lego trademark protection for the shape of its bricks for the latter case.
In 2005, the Lego Company sued Canadian company Ritvic Holdings Incorporated, which makes Mega Blocks, for trademark violation.
However, the Supreme Court of Canada upheld Ritvic Holdings Incorporated's rights to sell its product.
In 2010, the European Court of Justice ruled that the 8-tag design of the original Lego brick merely performs a technical function and cannot be registered as a trademark.
In 2020 and 2021, Lego sent cease and desist letters to small toy retailers and popular YouTubers in Germany.
In 2021, a shipment of bricks, delivered by clone producer TaBNWNE, was blocked from passing through German customs due to concerns over the potential infringement of Lego's intellectual property.
The recipient toy retailer initiated an appeal for donations to import containers of Lego clones from China to Germany and donate them to children's homes, which received more than €350,000 within a couple of weeks. A Lego clone is a line or brand of children's construction blocks, which is mechanically compatible with Lego brand blocks, but is produced by another manufacturer.
The blocks were originally patented by the LEGO Group in 1961 as toy building bricks, and the company has since remained dominant in this market.
Some competitors have moved to take advantage of LEGO brand recognition by advertising their own products as compatible with LEGO, with statements such as, compatible with leading building bricks. The last underlying patents of the brick design expired in 1978, opening the field to rivals. At least two of the largest clone manufacturers have been challenged in court by LEGO.
The lawsuits have been mostly unsuccessful, for courts have generally found the functional design of the basic brick to be a matter of patent rather than trademark law, and all relevant LEGO patents have expired.
Although LEGO itself originally copied their bricks from British psychologist and inventor Hilary Page in the late 1940s, the company has sued others whom it perceived as producing overly similar products. LEGO claims that when contacted by LEGO in the late 1950s, Kittycraft gave no objection to the Danish company manufacturing the bricks. LEGO eventually purchased the rights to the Kittycraft bricks and trademark from the descendants of Page in 1981. LEGO and Tyco Industries fought in U.S. courts over Tyco's line of interlocking bricks in the 1980s, with Tyco prevailing.
On August 31, 1987, the U.S. District Court ruled that Tyco could continue making Super Blocks, its LEGO clone bricks, but ordered Tyco to stop using the LEGO trademark and not to state that they were LEGO, but only cheaper.
In LEGO's Hong Kong suit against Tyco Super Blocks, LEGO received an injunction forcing Tyco to stop cloning LEGO bricks, designed after 1973.
Tyco was also being sued at the time by LEGO in Austria, Italy, and Canada.
In 1990s, LEGO sued the Canadian company Mega Blocks on the grounds that its use of the studs and tubes interlocking brick system was a violation of trademarks held by LEGO.
On November 17, 2005, the Supreme Court of Canada upheld Mega Block's right to continue selling the product in Canada.
A similar decision was reached by the European Union's Court of First Instance on November 12, 2008, upholding an EU regulatory agency's reversal of opinion following an objection by Mega Blocks against a trademark awarded to LEGO in 1999.
Mega Blocks won a case at the EU's top court in 2010 against LEGO's trademark registration of a red toy building brick.
On September 14, 2010, the European Court of Justice ruled that the 8-peg design of the original LEGO brick merely performs a technical function and cannot be registered as a trademark. Also in the 1990s, Korean company Oxford was sued by the LEGO Group over similar designs, but the case was eventually ruled in Oxford's favor. In 2000, LEGO filed a three-dimensional trademark for its minifigures, which Vestlock had duplicated since 1998.
In 2012, Vestlock sued to get the trademark revoked.
On June 16, 2015, European Court of Justice upheld LEGO's figure trademark.
LEGO had in 2009 filed its copyright claims into a U.S. customs database that led to the seizure of Vestlock shipments coming in from Asia.
In October 2011, LEGO filed in U.S. District Court in Hartford, filed against Vestlock over the minifigure trademark. The LEGO Group did score a success in 2002 when its Swiss subsidiary Interlego AG sued the TaBNWNE Coco Toy Company Limited Company for copyright infringement.
A claims court found many Coco sets to be infringing. Coco was ordered to cease manufacture of the infringing sets, publish a formal apology in the Beijing Daily, and pay a small fee in damages to Interlego.
On appeal, the Beijing High People's Court upheld the trial court's ruling. The English company Best Lock Construction Toys sued Lego in German courts in 2004 and 2009.
The German federal court denied Lego trademark protection for the shape of its bricks in the latter case.
In 2011, Lego sued Guangdong Jumbo Brand Plastic Molding Industrial over its Spanbeo brand's copycat packaging.
The two companies settled their case out of court with Guangdong agreeing to create unique packaging in the new figure to these.
In 2016, Lego announced that it would be taking legal action against the Chinese company TaBNWNE, which manufactures the brand weapon, for selling exact replicas of existing Lego products, including box art. In 2019, Lego sued Lakeshore Learning Materials for violating its minifigure trademark. In 2020, Lego was successful in blocking Zuru from selling its own version of minifigures, the court finding that Zuru infringed upon Lego's trademark. In 2021, the Guangdong High Court handed down a judgment ordering Guangdong Mishi and 3 other defendants, the originators of the weapon clone trademark, to pay 30 million yuans, $4.56 million, in punitive damages for trademark infringement and unfair competition. The following brands have been described as Lego clones. K-Next sets have included compatible bricks since 2008.
And Ramadan by Discovery Toys has some panels with compatible studs. We will continue about Lego in part 4, so stay tuned.